Hey, hello! This is Bobby Holland, and today we are talking about the rebirth of blogging. Honestly, I hate writing. Basically, that's not what you expect to see and to hear opening up this video, but at least this is true. And anyway, wherever I like it or not, I end up writing some massive amounts of materials on a daily basis. And now, running on text version of the blog, it has become at least a purpose to try to rethink my views a little bit. So let's get started with the first. It all started when I got my first job. Except for doing a crazy amount of absolutely different things like tutoring, event organizing, much more, one of my obligations was to write articles for the local magazine that was out every single month. And it is really hard to tell what exactly went wrong this time for me, but I believe this is where my harness to copywriting appeared, because words have been jumping out of the keyboard, beautiful metaphors flow like a river, but now real satisfaction was there, and I hate doing something without the satisfaction. And later I became a product manager, which is always connected to writing something to somebody. Emails, documentation, etc. And copywriting became my day-to-day utility, just as a tool of living. And still, I have never experienced a case when I would like to write a book or a story for my own. I just didn't want to do that. I don't really know what was the purpose of writing my first note, but I went to Medium and I did this. And it was not even an article. I believe I've just possessed that as a way to structure my thoughts before one of the conferences I've been invited to, and I had to run the presentation there, so I've made some notes. Anyway, a small text was written, the presentation launched, and I have completely forgotten about Medium, that I've been using it successfully for another several months. I just closed it out, I forgot about it completely. But Medium did not forget about me. And I was searching for another article on how to fix one of the cases at work, and I ended up reading somebody's blog until some pretty strange thing surprised me to a little jaw-dropping. I took a look at the number of notifications in the top right corner of my account, and there were thousands of them. I believe something like 720 or something. And I was shocked, I was curious, and then I figured out that micronotes I have published and forgotten long ago was the purpose of these notifications. As you have probably already guessed, Medium did not forget about it and about me, but applied some organic search magic, whatever it is, and my readers grew daily. I came back the next day and I saw the same notifications grew. The day after, the situation repeated again, and then again, and that was the moment I decided to give it a try. When life gives you some obvious signs, you should consider them. And for me, blogging became some sort of the self-therapy. As you have probably seen or might see in my blog, I write completely about everything I see and feel, just exactly the same way I do in telling something. I'm a little bit money-centered, so most of articles are related to that, but does it really matter when your articles are being read? I made another article and another one and the second one, and subscribers kept growing. Another note went viral, and I have connected to the partner program after reaching 100 followers. That is where the second part of the magic happened to me. I'll not be writing any crazy stats here or telling about it, but these are the numbers that still allow me to have some spare bucks in my pockets. And why not? In the second half of June, I received something like $90. In July, it was 150. In August, I've made $320 just for several articles. Of course, the money are not big, and my views are not big as well. I get something like 150 or 30 views per day. But as well as I've managed to find some things, I've gathered a couple of pieces of advices on what you can do to try out publishing and how to deal with Medium on your side. First of all, you need to get the first push. This may not happen after the first article, but it will someday. Just don't give up at the beginning, don't do as I did. Do not forget about the Medium after the first article you do. Remember that it is about your regular content and not just one small article being posted. So one day Medium gods will see that you are here and you'll be pretty surprised with how the things will go. Just try. Second, be yourself. That might sound templated, but it is completely true. You should remember that Medium is a pretty young platform. And I honestly think this is a second chance for regular blog posting to rebirth after the Blogspot and services like that died in the mid of 2010s. And people here are pretty enthusiastic and intelligent, so please don't write scams. Be yourself, share the messages you really want to share, and just as an environment, keep the community clean, just as you do every day. The third idea is define specific topic. You can still jump around different topics, but it is best to have one defined theme going through all of your posts. Of course, that is not about writing every single article about the same idea, but you can just pick a category and fill yourself in freely. Just start creating on the basis of one category. 4. Keep regularity. If you just want to play around, post things occasionally. But if you want to turn Medium into something like a side hustle, make it regular, just as any other job you do. For example, I post stuff twice a week. First, that was an obligation for me, but now this is even more like a way to reload my personal mind during the main job I do. Just let it out, and the text will appear by itself. Just let your thoughts out. But keep the pace and make it regular as well, and you will see results coming much faster. The fifth idea is work with Medium tags. Do not ignore them at all. Do not exalt them as well. Aim at the ones between 1 and 4,000 readers, because the reason for that is quite simple. It is hard to compete when the authors in huge categories have much fans, like 150,000 tags in categories. That's like crazy to compete with. But in case you keep some text logical but consistent and small amount of them, you will be the main competitor there. Finally, be ready to the fact that money will not be falling from the sky on the second day, as well as the followers, and it takes some time to accelerate. Do not forget that writing is blogging is not an occupation for everybody as well. You just may not like it, and that is completely fine. I don't really like posting, but I do that sometimes. Just think of whether you want to share something with the world or not, and just possess this as a way of making the world a little bit better. For today, this is it. I hope this video made you think of pros and cons of publishing, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you pretty soon. This is Bobby Holland, and I'm always on your side. Bye.